Ryder has been based in Miami since its inception 86 years ago. It's an $8.4 billion global transportation and logistics company with nearly 40,000 employees. And it's one of only a handful of Fortune 500 companies in South Florida. But to understand Ryder, which spans the US, Canada, Mexico, and the UK, we take you back to the 1930s. In 1933, Jim Ryder started out with one truck, making a half-cent for each cement block he delivered. His son says when he hurt his shoulder, he realized he could rent out his truck to make money. And that's how it began.
I grew up with 3 rules, and most of his employees did too. Number 1 is be on time.
Hence this image of Jim Ryder Sr. wearing 2 watches in this photo.
Second is don't lie. Tell the truth. He said you'll get found out anyway if you don't.
And the big one?
Number 3 is don't be an ass kisser. And by that he didn't necessarily mean don't tell me that it's a nice looking suit I just bought. Important thing is if I've come up with a bright new idea, or I think it's a bright new idea, don't tell me, Jim, that's the greatest idea I've heard since ice cream. If you think it's a lousy idea, or it needs more research, or you have some questions about it, speak up.
Jim Ryder's pitch to clients:
your business is not transportation. Let me take that headache off your word, because that is my business, and I will keep them running.
And he did. In 1945, the company was on its way to having 500 trucks in the fleet when they picked up a major client, which is still their longest standing customer to this day. Another community institution, the Miami Herald.
This is one of the oldest business relationships in Miami-Dade County. On a handshake on the golf course over 74 years ago, we were Ryder's first logistic client, and they do all our trucking and have been doing it since 1945.
Ryder has a long history of giving back to the community.
Starting with Jim Ryder, who was one of the first folks who brought Goodwill Industries to South Florida. The Ryder Trauma Center, I think that most people recognize us for, was something that we did back in the early 90s.
1992 to be exact. Ryder Trauma Center is a world-renowned adult and pediatric Level 1 trauma center.
Ryder Systems has always been one of the lead community leaders from a fundraising standpoint in our community. And the CEOs, going from Jim Ryder to Tony Burns to today Robert Sanchez, all of them have been great community leaders and people that believe in Miami.
Ryder is also now lending its name to the new Jackson South Trauma Center as well. Add to that Ryder Charitable Foundation, which was created 35 years ago, and partners with more than 100 different charities.
Well, because we think as a corporate citizen it's important. It's important to give back to the communities where you operate.
The giving goes hand in hand with Ryder, the company that started with 1 man and 2 watches and 1 truck. The fleet now made up of 272,000 vehicles. Ryder, this year's recipient of the Henry Flagler Award from the HistoryMiami Museum, an award for visionaries who support and give back to the community, and an award more fitting than some may know.
Where we are today, which is Ryder's headquarters, was actually land that was originally owned by Henry Flagler.
This parcel of land was part of the land Flagler acquired when he brought the railroad down to South Florida.
So it all ties back to the name of the award, great man in Henry Flagler, again, and a great company started by Jim Ryder.
We are very, very proud to have them here and for them to win this award.
Congratulations to Ryder, to Robert Sanchez and your incredible team. Thank you for all you do, not only in the business sector as visionaries, but what you do for this community. Thank you.